Good evening, welcome to Whaler Sports TV. You're getting ready to do the home opener of the girls playing a very good Monomy team here. And before we get started, I'd like to mention some of our fine sponsors who bring you Whaler Sports on Channel 99. Sun Island Fuel, Condon and Coleman Insurance, Don Allen Auto Center, Harbor Fuel, Island Lumber, Island Pharmacy, Kitty Murtaug's, the Downey Flake, Joe Rapaki CPA, the Island, the Package Store, the Sea Grill, the Boys and Girls Club, Steamship Authority, the Beauty Bar, Julie's Gallery, Stover Engineering, Rick's Paint and Maintenance, Cam Appliance, the Visitor Center, TB Drywall, Espresso to Go, JB Drywall, Fast Forward, Nantucket Seafood, and we'll stop right there as we're underway, and I'll introduce Paula. How are you doing today, Paula?
I'm doing well. How are you, Dick?
Good, good. Gino on camera, Dick Herman here, and Monomy's a tough opponent, Paula.
Yeah, I remember them from years past. They definitely come with a team ready to play and score, and I remember they had strong defense last year. Although this year we've got Paige Albertson, who's a returning junior between the pipes, and she is unstoppable in that position. She's got great hand-eye coordination.
She's going to have to beat today, yeah, to beat the Monomy team.
Yeah.
Monomy's a tough, big school, yeah. They're just a step below Nauset, who's the best team in the state in the preseason rankings, right?
Really, that's interesting because Nauset on the boys' side is #1 in the state of Massachusetts out of the top 25 teams. So, and Monomy, correct, feeds from different schools, is that
they,
right?
Chatham and Harwich, yeah. And if you remember, the old Harwich girls programs are always strong, including girls soccer, and the two towns combined, and now it's Monomy High School. But I was talking to the coach Taylor before the game, and he says a lot of these girls play in the feeder program over there, and they play with the same girls who are on the Nauset club, and you know they can play on par with them. So that's why it's.
Ooh, I think right in front of us there was co-captain Catherine Pittman, who's a senior. We've got Caroline Richards returning. This is Nantucket's first home game of the season. Tell me a little bit about the game that they played previously.
They played on the road last Thursday, the same day that we were here with the boys' game, and they won 3-1, and so that's it. Here's the first home opener. This would be a big. If they can go to 2-0, then they can take a step up. A lot of returning veterans on this club. They're expected to do well, so this is a real good test here today.
I would absolutely agree with that. And returning on the field, Jillian Antonetti, she saw some time last year. Lily Bartlett, Caitlin Belanger, May Blackwell, who's a senior. She was a solid player on this team. Juliana Bouchard, Waverly Brannigan, Lauren Dupree, Lily Day, Ruby DuPont, Natalie Gammons, Alyssa Jenkinson, Haley Johnson, Emma Pierce. This is a relatively new team, Dick, because I'm looking at this roster quickly. Abby Tafe was here last year. Anna Stedman, one of the leaders of this team. Ditto for Nina Wilson. But they lost a lot of seniors last year in graduation.
Well, they still, if you look too, they still have a lot of seniors this year. So it's not quite a complete rebuilding season. You still got the senior leadership there, and it paid off last Thursday when they beat John Paul on the road. We were here doing the John Paul boys game, and the girls were playing John Paul on the road. The boys today are over at Monomy. That's a tough match for them also.
May Blackwell taking the kick in. Number 5, senior, one of the leaders on this team. It's been nice to watch her progress, but you hear the Monomy coach telling them to mark up, and lots of movement in front of the goal there. Nina Wilson trying to find an opening. Back to Pittman.
Two good chances there. Two good chances by the Whalers.
Absolutely. Caroline Richards, no stranger to the field. Number 10, trying to keep it in. Pressure on that goal. And Nina Wilson with another shot on goal. Look for great things from her as far as scoring. Pittman and May Blackwell. That was Christiana Rogovine keeping it in. Now, are they allowed to merge teams as far as like the JV and varsity team? I always have to remind myself of how that works every year with Nantucket Dick. Can they play under one coach? They have separate coaches?
No. The JV team will have its own coach, but the head coach is in charge of everybody. He just says, you know, the JV girls, you're going to go with coach whoever. But there are always those, you know, flex players that will play varsity and JV. One week they might be playing varsity, one week they're injuries, they come up to the varsity, set forth.
Right.
They can't play, you couldn't play in the same day because the other game is going on at the same time. So you have to put a bunch of JVs over in the other field to play the JV game, etc.
I guess my question for asking that is I noticed when I received the varsity rush, deep kick and nicely blocked by Wilson. Wow, they need to get it away from that goal. That was close.
The defense for the Whale is saved because Paige couldn't find the ball. It never got to her because her defense was knocking it down a couple of times.
Yeah, that was a bit of organized disorganization, so to speak. They really need to man up, mark their players right now. Nantucket's looking a little bit nervous here. And we need Harry.
We need a ball boy here,
ball boy.
Or a ball girl,
Or a
one
ball
or the
girl.
other.
Break now, man. Break now, go!
Nice job. You know, Chuck Taylor's back is coaching this team. He's done an unbelievable job with these girls since transitioning. They had Jorge Roja for years. May Blackwell with the throw-in up to Catherine Pittman. Watch for her to cross it.
Ran out of real estate there.
She ran out of real estate. That's my line. She ran out of real estate there.
Well, we talked a lot the other day about the field being wider and longer. Let's see how it affects the ladies here today.
Interesting.
I didn't notice a big difference in the boys' game the other day. I thought our Wheeler boys were in better shape and hung on longer. But let's see how the new dimensions of the field affect the girls' play today. This will be their first game on the new field.
Anna Stedman with the throw-in, one of the solid leaders of this team. Looking for Blackwell to move it around, give her some options. Right now, I'm going to have to say, I hate to say this on the air, but I'm going to give a little bit of the edge to Monomy. Nantucket just seems a touch scattered here right now. They've got to man up, find the blue, find who they'll be covering, start a little bit more communication or dialogue on the field.
I would agree with that.
Monomy's got some heavy-hitting athletes here too.
Again, you considering the score is 0-0, and the longer it stays at 0, the better off you're at. But here's Monomy again.
They're rushing.
And she got a good rush going there. Nantucket defended it well at the end, but she almost broke through there. And that young lady wearing the number 18 for Monomy is pretty quick and looks like she could be a scoring threat.
I'll tell you, Lily Bartlett, unbelievable down there though with the coverage that she's giving that girl from Monomy, so a lot of credit to her.
Good play by Pittman there.
Blackwell for the clearance, nice job, gets it past the midline. I think what we're going to talk about here today too, Dick, is conditioning like we talked with the boys. That's going to separate the pack here, and it's 2 40-minute halves.
And it's the larger field, so that means you're running more. You don't realize it, but you're running more side to side and end to end.
It's actually a pretty warm day here today too.
It is.
So you know, hydrate. But this is going to be a scrappy game.
Did you go for a swim today with the summer weather coming back?
No, I did not. No. I kind of retired myself from that post Labor Day. I don't know. It just starts to get a little too cold.
The water does chill off. I thought the water was cold all summer this summer. I don't think it ever got as warm as I would have liked it.
Now, were you swimming at Francis Street Beach? Where were you swimming, Dick?
I'm on Hubbard. I go over to Hubbard Avenue.
No, you go to Maya Comet.
You go to Hubbard Avenue and hobnob with those people.
Gino's fascinated with Maya Comet.
I'm
We
sure
just did
he
a drive around with Dick, and he,
I'm sure.
you know.
Gino took me out to Maya Comet. Everybody's going, "Hey, Dick, how you doing, Dick? Hey."
Hopefully they were closed. Were they closed? I mean,
That's why they don't call you Richard down there.
Yeah, this is, you know what? This is way too much information for me right now.
The island of St. Martin just took a big hit, and I feel bad for the people down there, but about 15, 16 years ago, we visited St. Martin, I think 2 years, maybe 3 years in a row, and we did wind up at a nude beach, and I came to one conclusion. Most of the people, 99% of the people at the nude beach should have put their bathing suits back on, because
I would absolutely agree with that. Yes. I would
it was
agree with
not a pleasant sight.
No, that's when you get a contusion in your eye. But going back to soccer, right
Let's
now.
get back to soccer.
Yeah, Luli Day, number 13. We remember her sister playing, who's now, I think, a sophomore at Georgetown, maybe a junior.
Yeah, I mean, the Pittman girl, she has an older sister, correct? And I mean, there's so many of these girls. The Stedman girl, she has an older sister.
Oh, yeah, Stedman's great athletes. The Day family. That being said, Luli's brother played on the men's soccer team. So, yeah, 3 great soccer players in that family. But nice composure. Watch her on the field. And even the coach was saying in the background, beautifully, you saw it as I did. And she's only a sophomore, Dick, so she's going to be one of the top guns on this team. Number 7, Natalie Gammons, another veteran of this team, solid player, looking to control and bring that ball down. They're just not making openings to cross and give and go right now. We're not seeing
No,
any of that.
Monomoy's controlling the play. Nantucket's playing on their heels, and the only plus side of it is they're keeping it 0-0. And they do have the little wind in their favor this half. So
By my birthday next week, here's your birthday gift for me. I want the board fixed so I know what's going on time-wise.
Maybe we can get Ryder Electric here, a fine sponsor of ours. Ryder Electric, they'll come over and fix.
Brian Ryder, if you're listening to this, or Henry Farrell, one of those workers there. Henry, let's call Henry. He was a 3-sport Nantucket High athlete.
Henry was a good athlete, right?
Great athlete.
We're going to be back here next week on Tuesday again, Paula, for the girls.
And Andrew's going to be with us.
Andrew's going to join us, yes.
Big day, big day.
Gino's going up to his
Maine.
luxury condo up in Maine. Swimming, he's got a heated pool up there, Paula. He has fresh lobster delivered daily to the condo.
Unbelievable. Gee, maybe I should be looking at Gino with a fresh set of eyes. I mean, wow! What a catch.
Perfect setup for Monomoy. They did not get a good shot off it, and Paige ate it right up.
She's looking a little frustrated right now, though, as she's trying to find somebody to open it, drill it down to an opening, so to speak.
And Nantucket's having a hard time even getting the ball up now. Monomoy's turned it up a notch here, and Nantucket is really back on their heels now.
Thank goodness for Paige Albertson. She's just got great dexterity, great awareness of where the ball is. I think I said it before, she's like a screech owl. She knows what's going on all sides of her without really having to look, and that was a beautiful save. Nice job.
Nantucket, the girls go away this Thursday against Cape Cod Academy, and then on the road Saturday against Barnstable. They'll be back here Tuesday. The game we'll be at against Cape Cod Regional Tech.
Cape Cod Regional Tech. No, the girls play Barnstable this year?
They're at Barnstable this Saturday. Barnstable will come to the island Saturday, September 30th.
Ooh, oh! Another chip away at the goal. Wide of the goal mouth. Paige is going to retrieve that ball. I keep thinking she's a senior. I think she has so much maturity on the field.
Right.
On the field. I think she's older than, I've always thought she was older, but apparently she's only a junior.
We'll take it.
We'll take it. We need her. Natalie Gammons with the kick in. Let's go, Nantucket.
Football team opened last Saturday with a win, 41-0.
Wow. Now, who did they play?
They played Bishop Stang. The volleyball team lost their opener, 3-0 to Cape Cod. And the field hockey lost their opener to Barnstable, 0-5. They're at Sturgis West today.
Wow. Another chip away on Paige. Nice job. You know, the thing is with Barnstable, with the Red Raiders, Dick, they're a huge school. I mean, they have what, over, is it something like 2,000 students?
Yeah, they're big. They're big, and it's interesting that we even can compete with them in some sports, you know?
Right. That's what I'm saying. I'm pretty surprised that Nantucket does, given the size of
Well,
our school.
in your coaching day, you had to go up
Yep.
against them in
We sure did.
gymnastics, and
Yep.
they were one of the best gymnastic teams in the state. It was always interesting. We had to play them.
And we tied the school record with them, which still stands. Although Vito has it under my name Mahoney, not Maloney, but that's okay.
A lot of baloney from Mahoney.
Likewise for Vito. Speaking of Vito, is his house okay in Naples?
I don't know. I mean, that's
Is he in Naples?
He's here as far as I know. But I mean, so many people on the island have ties in Florida, Anguilla. There's a lot of Anguilla ties, Key West ties. I've spoke to a few people and they just don't know. They just don't know, and
maybe it's best.
It might be best, yeah. But you know, somebody said, "Oh yeah, I have a caretaker, but it's doing me no good because the caretaker, you know, had to be evacuated out of town." So.
Even Atlanta got hit hard. My daughter had no electricity.
Jacksonville. Who would have thought?
Jacksonville,
I mean, how many people in Jacksonville have flood insurance? I mean, that would be the last thing you would think you would buy if you moved to Jacksonville was flood insurance.
I know.
And
crazy storm.
They said 75% of the people in Florida don't have power?
You're right.
Some ridiculous.
Still?
Yeah.
Still,
Wow.
yeah. And that's what I'm saying. You lose power, so then all of a sudden, okay, you lose all your food in the refrigerator. That's zilch. But then all of a sudden, the power stays off, so now the refrigerator smells so bad you can't replace the refrigerator.
Right.
And then the air conditioner is not working, so then the mold comes in. So you know it just keeps compounding itself. And somebody told me that I have flood insurance in Key West, but here's the but part: the insurance will only cover if the water goes up to 8 feet. Once the water goes over 8 feet, the flood insurance doesn't work. Now, what's the point of having flood insurance?
I've heard that, yeah.
Yeah, give me 2 inches worth of flood insurance.
Interesting.
What a scam, right?
Yeah. What a tragedy, though, for people in St. Martin and Gwilly.
St. Bart,
St. John. But I had said to my daughter in Atlanta, I said, you might want to pay attention to the hurricane. She was on her way to the Clemson game.
Clemson. Well, even up into South Carolina.
State of emergency, thank you.
Charleston, South Carolina, right.
So she came back, Clemson won. The only food she had in her house, are you ready for this? An ice cream cake in the freezer. And I said, well, you better eat that very quickly. That's going to melt.
It's much better frozen than...
And dog food. She had dog food. Which was starting to look tasty, I think, at some point.
You run out of food, you'd munch on a few of those kibbles and bits.
Absolutely. It's always looking pretty good these days. All right, right now back to the action at hand. 0-0 game. Both are holding their own turf, so to speak.
Nantucket's getting a nice little rush here.
Yeah, great rush.
If they get a shot.
Oh, Nina Wilson, just why. She's going to be scoring. She's the sister of Lauren Wilson. Remember Lauren Wilson?
Lauren Wilson was another sister combination. So many younger sisters on this team that had older sisters, and you know, everyone said the older sisters were so good. These younger sisters are going to make their own name, and some of them will outdo their older sisters by far. Yeah.
I think we've just seen a first. We've got Scooter Girl who just got the ball.
Let's make her the official ball girl.
Ball girl is this.
Look at her; she can get around the field in no time.
I think we're on to something. We might have to patent this. That was brilliant. Did you see how fast she went up there and got it?
That'll do it. Oh, now we need another one.
Now we need another one.
I don't think this. Now over there we need something different. She probably can't go with the scooter on the grass, but it worked effectively.
Not that fast, anyways. That's for sure.
She might actually have to run. But right now 0-0 with a changeover occurring on the Monomy side, and
nice centering there.
Yeah.
Monomy defended it well, but Nantucket did a good job there. Nantucket's putting a little pressure here now on the offensive end.
Caroline Richards, nice header, trying to keep it in. Fill me in a little bit about concussions while we have a second with in soccer. That seems to be ever changing.
Well, the last study that I saw, BU did it probably in the 2011, so it's kind of old now. There's probably other studies that I just haven't seen. But the 2011 report had the most concussions in girls soccer. Now, there's two ways of looking at that. One, first of all, they're out there without helmets on.
Right.
Two, the reporting of it. Maybe the girls, soccer, for some reason or other, the young ladies report that they have a headache, and it goes into the soccer
Log, if you
the
will.
log, and then it gets logged that way, as opposed to
Wow.
maybe
That's all right. That was a solid.
Solid hit.
maybe some of the guys are a little bit macho and they don't want to admit that they got whacked on the side of the bean and they have a headache. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's all to do with the reporting. But that was very interesting, you know, to think of football, lacrosse, you know, boys, girls, right across the board, that the girls soccer had the highest rate of concussions.
Very interesting. I remember us discussing. Wow.
But now, nice shot there.
nice.
But now the flip side of that is that it becomes automatic, as you see in that in the NFL and so forth. If any girl comes off now showing anything of getting hit in the head or near the head, the trainer will pull her right aside, or
Wow.
the coach will pull them right aside. So they're being reported a lot more now than they were 5 years ago.
But you know, when you think about it, 10, 20 years ago, I mean, you're playing the same level of, you know, of soccer, the game thereof. Why is it we're hearing so much about it now?
It's just in the front of the news. They've shown that concussions.
It is in the front of the news.
Yeah, the concussions cause injuries down the line. It's not so much when you're out there as a 16, 17-year-old kid. It's later on. Oh,
Yes. Nice save.
29 had the perfect setup there, and she did not get a good shot off. But again, Paige was right there to gobble it up. And Nantucket has dodged two big bullets here, Paula.
Yeah, they sure
Wide
have.
open shots that that I keep trying to say Nauset, that Monomy has misfired on. Now Nantucket's going to get some subs in there. We have 15, 22, and 19
We
coming
have
in.
Abby Tafe going in, who's a senior. She's been very solid all 4 years of play for Nantucket. Number 22 is Ruby DuPont. She's in 9th grade. I'm not familiar with Ruby, but we'll certainly watch her style and see what she
Right.
brings to the field. I'm sure
And
she must be playing well. She's a
Lauren's-
freshman and
Lauren's coming
she's
in.
out there. Lauren
19.
Lauren Dupree, and I hope I say her name correctly. Yeah, I'm not familiar with DuPont or Dupree, but we'll check them out.
Dupree's a young lady. I know her grandfather. She's sort of new to the island. I don't know how I would say new to the island. She might have lived here a long time, but the family, the grandfather, had a summer house here, and now he's retired here.
Emma Pierce off on her foot. Yeah, Nantucket's got to mark up a little bit. We need to dig a little bit deeper, a little bit better lines of communication, covering that field deck. We're leaving a lot of open turf, so to speak, and just really get their mojo going, as we were saying with the boys. Same thing, second half. Remember last week they came out so much more solidified and in unison playing. Nice kick by Abby Tape to bring that up to Catherine Pittman. Great.
Catherine almost snuck around there.
Really well done. Trying to get that up to Ruby DuPont. Nice hustle. I like what I see already with Ruby, and she's only a freshman, so look for good things to develop with her through the years. Lily Day, number 13. Let's go, guys. Nice hustle, Nantucket. Let's go. Emma Pierce with the throw in. I wish we could acknowledge who the captains are, Dick, and we don't have
They
that.
don't have
I'll
this.
find
We
out
can
at
find out
halftime.
at halftime.
Nice awareness by Ruby DuPont. Unfortunately, it was out. Coach telling her to drop and face, drop the ball and face the opposition. Nice drop back to Lily Day. Boy, you can tell
Oh.
Catherine Pittman has played all 4 years. She is just so focused on the field.
Wow, that is a big field.
I know.
Yeah.
When you see them running for it, you expect it to be out from the old line, and it just keeps going.
Nice hustle by Lauren Dupree. Yeah, they might be wishing it wasn't wider.
Right.
I wonder if there's something you can, I guess you can do that for the women, correct? But they would have to
Well, I
respray
mean,
the
the field.
lines
No,
and-
the field is lined, so it's going to be It's going to be this size all year. You know, you can't change it back and forth from the men to the women's side. So you line the field, and that's the field you're going to use. Be interesting to find out why Nantucket decided to use the bigger field.
Yeah, well, I'll have to do my homework on that.
Was
for
it,
next
you
week.
know, was it one of the two teams decided they wanted it bigger, or was both teams involved, or was it the AD just saying let's have a bigger field? I don't know.
Caroline Richards playing that midi line beautifully. Good defensive tactics on her part. Is he listening to me?
He is. Oh!
Wow.
Nice shot there, and
That was a dangerous shot. Made me a little bit nervous
a
there.
little bit high, but she had the net covered. It just went over her hands and over the bar.
You know, they've got.
How much time, sir?
15.
Thank you.
15 minutes in the first half and still no score. Monomy has got some feet and speed, Dick. They are motoring down the field on the changeovers. Nice get by Catherine Pittman. Kind of feel like the Nantucket players are. They've got to give some options to these girls that are working so hard on that forward line.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of standing around, and then when they get a break, they sort of take off. But that could bite them if they stand around and Monomy takes advantage of it and pushes it right past them. They're in trouble. When they get the break, they'll take off, but they're not always flying. You know.
I think you're going to be seeing Catherine Pittman playing 95% of this game.
Oh yeah.
Same for Nina Wilson, and hopefully they've got the conditioning and.
Well, that's it. The conditioning is going to be a big thing here in the second half.
Number 9 making a great break there for the ball. Christina Rogan, nice job. Nice hustle by Ruby DuPont.
What was dangerous about that is Nantucket had two chasing it to the sidelines. If she ever made a pass around one of them, Nantucket would have been down a player in front of the goal.
Right now you've got DuPont working the corner with, I keep wanting to call this girl the wrong name. Sorry, Lily Bartlett. Her sister Grace was on the team.
Right.
Grace was a goalie, forward, and a defensive player.
Right.
She played all positions for Nantucket.
We're going to have to call this team the Little Sisters.
Oh, I love it. Ink. It's a tax write-off. Ink. Everything's a tax write-off.
Everything's a
these days.
tax write-off. Dangerous, dangerous.
Yeah, I don't like seeing that.
Oh.
Can I take my jacket off, Gino, for a second and mess up the microphone? I feel like a winter coat on right
Do
now.
you? Yeah, you can take it off.
I got mine off, Paul.
I don't think the wind will affect it because it's suits you.
Thank you. Dean Geddes is here representing the Inky Mare.
Right.
Where's Nicole?
I haven't seen Nicole. I think
they're spread thin
I think
right
we
now.
sort of asked that last time. I think I heard vacation. She could be on vacation.
Nice hustle by
Oh,
Ruby
nice
DuPont.
pass.
Give her some options, guys. Move it around. Very smart play by Lily Day. Make that ball your best friend, Dick. She didn't give it up right away. I like that.
Now we get two ball
Nice
boys.
job.
here. Good job, guys.
They came out of nowhere. They saw the girls on the scooters and they're like,
But the memo says that ball boys should not stand next to each other, right? They're supposed to be at opposite ends of the
At
field.
their age, I think it's okay. There they go. They're off. Nice hustle by Paige. I'll tell you, as we're getting more involved in this game, I'm liking what I'm seeing from Nantucket right now.
They
It's a
stepped it up.
well-coached
They
team.
stepped it up a notch here,
Sure
and
have.
they needed it because
I'm loving this.
Baltimore had the momentum in their favor.
I'm loving this girl, Ruby DuPont, number 22. And I'm loving the fact she's only a freshman, but she's got game on the field. Nice job, Lily Bartlett. Let's go, Nantucket. No, it'd be great if we could get out of this first half with a 0-0 tie,
Yeah.
regroup, and then fine-tune behind the scenes what they need to fine-tune. Have we ever had
About
a
11?
0-0 match in all the years we've
Oh
been
yeah.
together?
Oh yeah.
Dementia,
That's
Dick. I
it.
can't remember. Name the
I'm gonna
game.
just say yes. I
Yes.
can't name the year
Yeah.
or the
We'll have to look.
the two opponents. Couple big collisions here.
Nice break for Nantucket. Let's go, Lily. Let's go, Catherine. Emma Pierce doing a solid job as defense back there. Chuck Taylor in his second year coaching this team,
I
Dick.
think it's Phil.
Or Phil Taylor. Can we call
Phil.
him Chuck?
Chuck, well,
I was calling him
if you
Chuck.
got your shoes on, you can call him Chuck.
Phil, and I love him. Phil Taylor. Sorry, Phil. Calling him Chuck.
We'll go Phil Chuck Taylor. That'll be our
Phil
nickname.
Charles Taylor.
Chuck Taylor
Nice.
and the sounds like a rock and roll group. Chuck Taylor and the Little Sisters.
Inc. Tell you right there, Lily Day had a great idea, great kick. Trying to get it up to Pittman if they can just get that forward line a little bit more sync so they can cross it and feed it and play it off of one another, that they're going to score. Because I'm not as impressed with the Monomy goalie as I am with the Nantucket goalie.
No. If they put a shot on her, I think they can beat her. Yes.
That's how I'm feeling, and I'm glad they're seeing it the way I'm seeing it.
Way to put the pressure on, ladies. Nice job. Nina, check 2. Keep moving.
I'm just wondering when these subs are going to go in here. They've been standing here through
You
many
have to
whistles.
write Phil an apology note that I called him Chuck on the air. I adore him. How could I get his name wrong? Dementia. I keep telling you. Okay? Certain things like I couldn't find my car again today.
Is that why you just showed up 30 seconds before
Kind of sort of
face-off?
why I was late. Yes. Where's the car?
Oh, you called me about 12:30, wanting to know if there's a game today.
I know. See, that's part of what I'm going through. Plus I looked on the Nantucket calendar and they didn't have it on the calendar. They had it on the 19th, and I thought,
What calendar were you looking at?
the Nantucket Whalers calendar online.
Online.
They had September 19th, and I thought, being a good doobie as I
Did you
am, I wanted to make sure we
Did you
had.
back up to the 12th?
No, I couldn't figure it out.
Okay.
That's why I'm an office manager.
19th is next Tuesday. You'll be back here on the 19th.
I'm here. That's all that matters. Right now, DuPont trying to keep it in. Great and deep cross kick. Wow, that was almost a goal.
Little bobble there. Little bobble.
Well done. Well done. She knows how to cross and drop a ball, and well done, Ruby.
Yeah, I think that's Monomy's. Ooh, it is a good shot. I think that's Monomy's weakness. Is their goalkeeper.
Is there what?
Goalie down there. I think that could be
think
their
so,
weakness.
yeah.
Yeah, if they can get a shot or two on her, I think they can get one by her.
Paige, as I've said before, has hands like Mickey Mouse. They're just claws that she. Not that her hands are large. I don't even know what her hands look like. She just has such a awareness of where that ball is, and grabbing it, holding on to it, making it her own, and then releasing it. She just does a really great job in goal.
Waking up. Subs. Yes. KP. Lily.
Oh, we got 20 and 11 going in. Two of the new ladies going in.
Nice job, Luli. Number 20 is Haley Johnson, who is a sophomore.
Right.
Oh, Haley Johnson. This is Lydia's.
This is the.
The Johnson family. They should be Johnson Inc. They've got Keith, Simon, Lydia, Haley, all tremendous athletes. And I adore their mom. Haley Johnson, welcome onto the field. And number 11 is Alyssa Jenkinson, who is in 11th grade.
And number
I
14.
do not know her, but I
14.
know the name. Number 14 is Rosha Kelly. I know the Jenkinson name from John Trudell, who was telling me about his nephew plays hockey. I guess he's quite good for his age. On the Whaler team, Dave?
Right.
Hockey team. I need to get to one of those games. Last year I got there for 10 minutes. It's hard.
Yeah, it's just, most of them are Saturday night games. Although they do play once in a while during the week, but to get a team to come down here, it's.
I'm kind of hit or miss in the winter being here, so.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that the hockey, you got to have the rink reserved, and then you got to get the kids out of school, and they don't get out of school so much. well, midweek game. Every once in a while there is, but a lot of Saturday night games. And they do a good drawing with the Saturday night game, so that's a plus.
Absolutely do. Nice touch by Ruby DuPont there, number 22. Emily Pierce. Nice job keeping it in, keeping it in.
She kept it in, and
well done, Emma.
they get the ball back.
Nice job, Emma. Remember, you want to get this ball out fast and furious. Don't hold on to it. Gives Monomy too much time to regroup. Wow. Nice hustle by Haley Johnson. Do you think they play soccer at night after dinner, the Johnson family?
They go out in the backyard, and they have this Olympic-sized goal right in front of the hedges.
They probably do. And they turn it into a hockey net in the wintertime. Great family. Nice job. Let's break down Monomy. Oh, off on Nantucket blue ball. We must be winding down. I'm going to say maybe 8 minutes left on the clock.
I would say about 5.
5.
I can almost read his watch if he stood still long enough. I get a time to my watch is about 5.
I have to tell you, Nantucket is really surprising me in this game because given Monomy's track record in soccer, given the fact that Nantucket had lost a lot of players, I'm very impressed with what I'm seeing right now.
Well, you don't want to have a letdown here. You want to play these last 5 minutes on your toes.
Absolutely.
And either get a goal or keep it 0-0. You don't want to give up a goal here. And
Speaking of toes, what happened to the Patriots?
Oh my goodness!
Should we save that for
I was waiting for you to get into that.
My goodness!
What does that tell you?
It tells us we're tied with the Bears for last place.
Thanks a lot for bringing that up.
We're both 0-1.
Yeah, I'm becoming.
We're not gonna let Gino get a head up on us.
Well, listen, the Bears had a pretty good game, though.
The Patriots.
I mean, they're playing Atlanta. Atlanta's a good team.
Yeah. The Patriots were a disaster.
The defense.
Nothing more. The defense was horrible.
Terrible.
And, the defense was terrible. I ended up watching the U.S. Open. I couldn't watch. I'm actually going to a game October 1st.
But one thing I want to bring up that a lot of people don't bring up, that every time you have a conversation, that's exactly the way Gino said, the defense, and you agree with him. The Patriots had 2 4th and 1s and could not get a first down. And they had a 3rd and 1 and could not get a first down. They had to get a field goal.
I think my mother could have.
Yeah, if you have a 4th and 1, you get the 1 yard and you keep the drive going. It turns into points.
Right.
So they lost a lot of points here, and then the defense sort of died at the end. I mean, they got outscored in the 4th quarter, 21-0. They had a lead going into the 4th. Okay, tell us about Clemson.
Clemson won. How exciting was that?
Oh, my
Against
goodness.
Auburn, no less. And it wasn't looking pretty at the beginning. That was another, I think, I'll watch the U.S. Open moment. But
Gino,
it's a great game.
Gino, Paula is not even a Clemson alumni. She just adopted that team. You know?
Because of my daughter.
Okay, all right. So you're an alumni mom.
Alumni family, yes.
Alumni
Clemson family.
The
as they say.
Clemson family.
It's just, it's been a fun program to watch.
Nice job, Lauren.
Nice job by Lauren.
I got it down to about 2 minutes here. If we get the young gentleman over here with the official watch, we'll try to get it from him. But it's about 2 minutes left here in the first half.
Nice hustle by Ruby DuPont. I think this is her first game, correct? I don't remember her from last year, so credit where credit's
first
due.
year at this,
Nice job.
she might have played on the road, but the first here, home game, that's for sure.
I guess my question is, how big is the JV team to kind of get back to that thing that we started way back when we were talking?
I don't know that. I haven't seen any rosters, so I don't know how many are on the roster
And
there.
is Raphael Osona Jr., is he coaching again? Because he was coaching before.
Right.
I'll find out at halftime. Nice job, Catherine.
Sis up.
Alyssa! Abby!
Alyssa.
Ann Stedman going back in for Catherine Pittman, 2 of the leaders of this team. Nice job by Abby Tate coming off.
Good job, Abby.
Nice job by Alyssa Jenkinson coming off. Well done.
Nice job, Alyssa.
Nice job.
Yeah, the girls' junior varsity game is going on right now over the other field. So
What? I'm sorry.
the JV game is going on right now.
Soccer.
At soccer, girls.
At
So
the field over by the ice rink?
yeah.
Okay.
So, you know, we may see them heading over here before this
Filtering,
game's over,
yeah.
but at halftime, if you have a chance to talk to anybody, you might be able to find out how many girls are on the JV roster.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm just curious. Because the varsity program, they had varsity flexible team JV. They're carrying a lot of players. Oh, nice hustle. Rasha Kelly trying to get it in.
Emma pulling back. Anna pulling back.
Remember Rasha Kelly from last year.
Let's take a few steps back.
We should be in the last minute here, so Nantucket wants to keep this ball up this end and not let Monomy get any life in them. And there it
There
is.
it is.
Good half, ladies. Good half.
So we've played one half here, and it's 0-0. And I'd like to mention a few sponsors that I didn't get in the first half. Espresso to go, Fast Forward, Nantucket Seafood, Hawthorne House, Ryder Electric, Outdoor Power, Billy Built Automotive, Cottage and Castle, the UPS Store, BPC Architect, Just Do It Sport Fishing, The Dog Wash, and Michael Wilson, Attorney. We're going to take a short break and be back with some second half action.